activism is very alive and well, and of course it's made more possible now by the availability of data. So activists can scrape data from the outside on social media sites and other sources that give them a very accurate sense of what's happening within a company and allow them to build very sophisticated investment cases to see whether there is a value play by taking a stake in an enterprise. Now, that's just another thing for CEOs to manage and think about, but they absolutely do have to think about it. And the best CEOs, in my experience, the ones I speak to all the time, behave like their own activists. They say, okay, if I was an activist and I was looking at my company, what would I do to try and wring more value out of it? And then they work out whether that strategy is a good one, either commercially or ethically, and if so, they pursue it. The ethics is also a very real point. How do people demonstrate they have a purpose, something beyond just stakeholder return? When Larry Fink from BlackRock sent his shareholder letter 18 months ago challenging the CEOs of the companies in which BlackRock invests to set out their purpose, not just to stakeholders but also to employees, I think he put his finger straight on that point, which is making money is not enough, there has to be a purpose there too. So I think these are two very real issues for CEOs today. Ultimately, for a business to sustain, it has to have a purpose beyond just making money, I think, to attract and keep a market, to attract and retain employees. But I think a strong sense of purpose is often at the core of the strongest enterprises. Well, my first bit of advice to CEOs in that situation is to listen very carefully, because the activist might have a point. If they've spotted a value creation strategy that the company hasn't thought of, they should very carefully listen to what the activist has to say and then work out whether the activist's perspective is a complete enough one to have reached that view. The CEOs that I see floundering when they're approached by an activist are those that get very defensive, that don't actually listen properly. They start to defend their existing strategy without properly listening to the activist's point of view. And of course, defending an existing strategy might be the wrong thing to do. So my one bit of advice would be listen carefully, work out whether there's any merit in the case. Even if the whole proposition is not right, there might be elements of it that are right. And then do the best thing for the company.